to the 14.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota keeping it himself from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0.
Titans 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming.
2nd and 6. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Jones from the gun on third down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down.
Hey, high 7.
Jones now. Going to throw again. Johnson's got it complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Operating from the gun. Jones, flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, exit.
Now Jones, going to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mariota now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kicked the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Yeah, we get a look at it here, but hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the 2nd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 39, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Nice pick.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pull it high. Check 37.
Jones to throw again. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw. Jones, complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I got one. Hey, Echo.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. You go,
Get it.
Jones now operating from the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Check. 53's mic. Check. 53's mic.
After the sack on first down, Jones dance. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville, it's the Lions trailing but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I smell fear in that offense.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. This one caught by Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Stepping and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota scoring on the keeper from 6 yards. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
18 Gator. Go. Ready?
Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Rabbit.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jared Davis. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mariota. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him. And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Hey, high 7. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Here's Jones on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tennessee, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.